They worked in secret, facing dangers both seen and unseen. They were the warriors of a silent war where victory was measured not in battles, but in codes deciphered. This is the story of the codebreakers of Bletchley Park, a tale that starts with one of the most brilliant minds of the 20th century, Alan Turing, and his monumental efforts during World War II. Our story begins in the depths of World War II when communication was everything. The Germans had developed a machine called Enigma that scrambled messages into unreadable ciphertext, making it nearly impossible for the Allies to intercept and decipher them. This machine would become the bane of the war for the Allies, generating billions of potential code combinations daily, giving any who tried to crack it a needle and a haystack situation. At this point, you're probably thinking, wait, didn't they already crack it? Yes, we know the outcome of the story. But what if I told you there's more to the story than meets the eye, more than just a technical triumph? It's a human drama of innovation, resilience, and quiet heroism. In the face of this seemingly unbreakable cipher, the British government established a top-secret facility in Bletchley Park, a sprawling country estate north of London. Here a team of brilliant codebreakers, mathematicians, linguists, and engineers assembled, each playing a crucial role in the silent battle against Nazi Germany. Among them was a young mathematician named Alan Turing, a man whose name would become synonymous with cracking the Enigma code. Imagine him walking through the halls of Bletchley Park, his mind racing, pondering over ciphers and combinations. He wasn't your typical war hero. He wasn't fighting on the front lines. His battles were fought in the quiet confines of a room, staring at seemingly random letters and numbers. His weapon of choice, not a sword or a gun, but a pencil and a piece of paper, or maybe an early computer. It may sound odd, but this was the true nature of his war. As Turing delved deeper into the Enigma code, he began to see patterns, flaws, and limitations. Unlike his colleagues who might have despaired at the machine's complexity, Turing saw possibilities. He saw the birth of a new era of computing. In response to the Enigma's challenges, he designed a machine called the bomb. Think of it as an enormous, noisy, mechanical brain, a giant step towards the modern computers we rely on today. This machine could test thousands, even millions of possible code combinations in mere minutes, a feat that would have taken human codebreakers years. With the bomb, the impossible suddenly became possible. The silent warriors of Bletchley Park were now armed with a powerful ally. But it wasn't easy. Building the bomb was one thing, but getting it to work was another. The machine was prone to breakdowns, its massive wheels grinding to a halt at the most critical moments. Picture the tension in the room as the bomb roars to life, its gears turning, its lights flashing, and then silence. A breakdown. The pressure to succeed was immense. Each day that Enigma remained unbroken, more lives were lost. More battles were fought and won based on coded orders. There was no room for failure. Yet despite the setbacks, Turing and his team pressed on, driven by a sense of duty, patriotism, and the belief that they were fighting for a greater cause. It was a classic David and Goliath story. The resourceful, tenacious David being the Bletchley Park team, and the massive, seemingly invincible Goliath, the German war machine. Slowly but surely, the codebreakers close in on Enigma. They started with the simplest messages and worked their way up, learning more about the code with each passing day. They faced countless obstacles, from dealing with faulty equipment to staying one step ahead of the Germans, who were constantly upgrading their encryption methods. But they persevered, and as the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, so did the realization that they were on the brink of something historic. Then came the breakthrough. It was a moment that would change the course of history. When Turing and his team finally cracked the Enigma code, it was like opening the gates to a new world of possibilities. Imagine the scene. Men and women in suits sitting around a table, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of desk lamps as they exchanged pieces of paper, covered in cryptic symbols. The air was thick with tension, not only because of the war raging outside, but because of the gravity of what they were about to do. This wasn't just a game. Lives were at stake, Every intercepted message could mean the difference between victory and defeat. As they worked late into the night, fueled by coffee and sheer determination, they started to see patterns in the chaos. They began to understand the language of Enigma, but it wasn't just about breaking the code. It was about staying ahead in an endless game of cat and mouse. As the Allies became aware of the Germans' every move, the Nazis realized that their encryption methods were being compromised. So they changed their codes, making Enigma even more complex, cranking up the difficulty level. This meant that the work at Bletchley Park was never done. They had to stay one step ahead, constantly anticipating and outsmarting the Germans. This led to an arms race of intelligence, a silent war within the war. The Germans thought they had made their encryption methods unbreakable, but the British codebreakers proved them wrong. With every message they decoded, they brought the enemy one step closer to their end. Yet for all their triumphs, the codebreakers of Bletchley Park remained largely unknown. They operated in secrecy, their work classified for decades. Their story was one of quiet heroism, a testament to the power of the human mind over seemingly insurmountable challenges. Historians estimate that Turing's efforts shortened the war by 2 years, potentially saving millions of lives. It's a sobering thought. Imagine the impact one man's work had on the outcome of one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. But that's the legacy of Bletchley Park. Beyond the war, Turing's methods helped pave the way for the digital age, laying the groundwork for modern computers and encryption techniques. But the story doesn't end there. It's a tale that continues to resonate in our time. In an era where technology shapes our lives in countless ways, we often forget the pioneers who made it all possible. Now, here's where things take a turn. While the world celebrated victories on the battlefield, the codebreakers at Bletchley Park remained shrouded in secrecy. For decades, their story was one of quiet heroism, a testament to the power of the human mind over seemingly insurmountable challenges. Theirs was a legacy written in code, hidden from the public eye. After the war, many of the codebreakers returned to civilian life, leaving Bletchley Park and its secrets behind. Some continued their work in mathematics and science, while others simply moved on. Their extraordinary experience is forever etched in their memories. The site of Bletchley Park was cleared of its wartime equipment and the buildings were demolished. The hushed whispers of codebreakers became a thing of the past. For many years, the story of Bletchley Park and its codebreakers remained classified, a secret chapter in history hidden away in government archives. However, in the decades since, the story has emerged, revealing a tale of bravery, ingenuity, and sacrifice that deserves to be told. Today, Bletchley Park is a museum open to the public. Visitors can explore the huts and rooms where codebreakers once toiled, gaining insight into one of the most fascinating chapters of the 20th century. Can you imagine walking through the halls of Bletchley Park, touching the same walls that once echoed with the footsteps of these unsung heroes? It's a humbling experience. So why does their story matter today? Why should you care about the codebreakers of Bletchley Park? Because their story is more than just a relic of the past. It's a story of innovation, resilience, and quiet heroism. It is a reminder of what can be achieved when brilliant minds come together in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Moreover, their story is a lesson in humility. It shows us that even the most advanced technologies are only as strong as their weakest link. It was not the complexity of Enigma that ultimately led to its downfall, but the human element, the fallibility of its operators, and the brilliance of those who sought to outsmart them. Finally, the story of Bletchley Park is a testament to the power of secrecy. These codebreakers worked in an environment of utmost secrecy. Their work classified for decades. It reminds us that not all stories are meant to be hidden and that there are some things worth bringing into the light. And let's not forget the personal stories of the individuals involved. Alan Turing, the man considered to be the father of theoretical computer science, faced persecution for his homosexuality in a time when it was illegal. His tragic story is a reminder of the struggles faced by many during a time of great scientific achievement and societal prejudice. In conclusion, The story of the Codebreakers of Bletchley Park is a must-read for anyone interested in history, technology, or human resilience. It's a story that will stay with you long after you finish reading, a testament to the brilliant minds that shape our world. And who knows, it might just inspire you to pursue your own passions and make your own contributions to history. Before we go, here's your engagement hook. Can you imagine a world without computers or the internet? Without touring? That might have been our reality. Now, here's your call to action. If you enjoyed this glimpse into history's hidden heroes, hit subscribe for more untold stories that shape our world. Thank you for watching.